Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down, Cowboys.
A first down try for Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Prescott on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
180. Mike 5-4. Hey, watch the ball. Watch red. Time go. Alert. Hey, alert.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the pistol, here's Elliott. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
To throw is Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
54. Red. Check. Watch 54.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 2nd down. It's Cohen trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, Orbit. 56 to Mike. 56 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He finds an open man, Simpson. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
18. Go.
On first down, Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
54, Mike. 18. 54. Watch 54. Five.
Here's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Now this throw caught left side and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Chance.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14. Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 24-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, watch out, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Now watch run.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. That's going to be caught. 23 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
52. Slam. 36.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
Ran. It's outfield.
This time, Trubisky will throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Alert! Hey, Delta. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, come on, no.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Ready? Mike 54.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
47. 26.
56. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
26.
First down, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
There we go. 56.
Check 56.
No gain on this defense. There we go. Going to 53.
56. Mike, 56.
26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Get that ball. Hey, check 24. There we go. Going to 53. 26.
On third down, Elliott. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one now.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
On the default. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lock in.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, He was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That one completes Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
50. There we go, 48. Mike, 58, right there.
There we go, 46. Watch the twist. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Right here. Check three.
Hey, ball. Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Rip left. Watch the edge.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert. He's
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
No. Me. 54's Mike.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We got this.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ran. Hey, ball.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check. Lock in. Hey, turn it up.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Alert. 54's Mike. Hey. High 7. Check the out.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Stop! 180! Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Defense wins championships, baby. Switch. Hatchet. Red, up.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, team 6. 55, Mike, 55. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, check Mike.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
I got one. Kill. We're going to 54.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Cowboy first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They're running it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 50. Check. Go to 54. Go to 54. Hey, kill.
Now Elliott. No, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Red, up.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 21 yards away. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now Prescott. This to Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A first down carry by Elliott. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to lock one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Hey, 18. Check, crunch.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, wahoo! It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Mike spot 4, Mike.
18.
Mike spot 4.
Now it's Trubisky. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Wood.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56.
We own them.
56.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
That's a gain of 8.
Man, don't.
54 is must.
Move.
Check, watch 54, Hey, watch the slant.
Jump. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Get behind us.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Hall. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Exit. Mike 55. You got nothing in there. You got nothing. Motion.
Now Trubisky on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, Orbit. Watch twitch.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check. Blue. 55. Check. 55. Mike. I got you, boy. Blue. Blue. I got you.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run with Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Stop your whining.
One last shot for Trubisky. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL.